Alright, in this DIY video we're going to take this blown out old urn, which is made of stainless steel of course, and rather than throw it out we're going to turn it into a tabletop heater that runs on spirits. So nice and clean, not smelly, and will produce a lot of heat. So luckily our urn still has its lid. We'll probably end up leaving the two handles on. They are the high temperature handles, and we're going to get rid of all the sight glass and the tap, thermostat, the element inside. We'll remove that, basically strip it down to its bare essentials, and then we can start on our build. So the first thing you want to do, make sure it's unplugged of course. Get yourself a pair of snips, cut the cable like so you don't get any ideas about trying to do a home repair on high voltage equipment once you get inside. Stop you shocking yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to strip it apart, take the element off. By the look of it, on the bottom we just have one screw here. We undo that, plate should come off, and we'll get to stripping it to pieces. Okay, so we have all our junk stripped out of our old urn, nothing of which is going to come in much good anytime soon, I don't think. So now we have a nice clean base. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out this side here and get rid of these holes. So we'll go ahead, we'll mark out our cutout. So in this case we're going to go alongside the handles because we're going to leave the handles on, and that will give us about 170 degree arc here and leave about 190 degrees on the back side. So it'll be closed in a little bit at the front, which is what we want. So I'm going to go ahead, mark that out. What size you make it is up to you. I'm going to leave a little bit above the base on the bottom and also leave a bit on the top, so our here can go back on, and it is supported all the way around. We'll knock that off with the grinder when we're cutting it, and then we'll go and smooth all our cuts up, sand them so we don't get cut. We also have this part here which might come in handy for something. Maybe that can be our cooktop lid. It'll fit on there, and my other cook stuff in it. We'll have to make some braces to hold it because it's the same diameter as the inside of our drum. So that's the plan. I'll go ahead and cut out what we need, and we'll come back and see how it looks. Okay, so we've cut out our face on the front, and we gave it a bit of a clean because the more reflective the back surface, the better this will work, and that's polished stainless steel, food grade obviously. So that's pretty good. We'll give it another wipe with Windex or something to make it nice and shiny once we've finished. We've taken off all the sharp edges, simply using a file, bit of sandpaper. Don't forget to put a glove on, because if you slip, this thin stainless will cut your fingers to pieces. Safety first. So and prescriptions safety goggles when we're cutting with the grinder of course. We cut that little tab off, so that's basically ready to go. Didn't clean the lid yet. Next thing we're going to do is make up the burner, and that's relatively simple, so we'll get straight onto that. Okay, so the final part is building our burner, and for this you're going to need two fruit cans. One fits inside the other with a fair bit of gap, as you can see there. The inner one, I just cut 3 little slots in there and folded it over. That sits up that way, that's so the fluid can run out from under the can. That just stays as it is, nice and clean. I popped a hole in the top just using a wad punch, sitting it on a bit of timber like so, crack it with a hammer and poke the hole in it, no problem at all. And it's a nice round hole, so that's where we fill it up from. And we're going to want a small ball bearing. You can use a penny or a 20-cent piece, whatever, just to cover the hole once it's full, so the inside of the can can't catch fire. So that's basically what we need. Also need some stainless steel mesh. Just get it from the hardware store. That's very fine, doesn't need to be that fine. And rather than the carbon felt you see people using, which is quite expensive and you have to wait to get, we can use plain old fiberglass insulation like you put in your roof. Because it's glass, it doesn't burn and it soaks up the spirits quite well. So that's what we're going to do. So our first step is to put one ink can inside the other like so, and we have a nice gap here. And unlike the carbon felt, this is a bit more tedious to get in, but just persevere a bit and you should be able to do it. I first start by just wrapping what I can around there like so, and then feed that into the tin like that, making sure it goes down with it. And then I'll just continue to pack it around so I have an even gap, making sure that it's all the way to the bottom, so it will soak up all the fuel. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pack it down to about here, because our mesh is going to sit in between the two, which of course dissipates the flame, and theoretically that glows red hot, not grows, glows red hot, and gives us our infrared heat, which is reflected off the shiny surface. So I'll go ahead, pack that all up. I'll fit our mesh and we'll come back and have a look from there on. Okay, so that's my burner done. I simply fold the top over like so, don't worry about a lid. Our insulation is all packed in there, reasonably firm but not too tight, otherwise it'll take a little while for the liquid to soak up to it. And we are simply using methylated spirits, and we're going to fill our container up. About half full will do. And of course it doesn't matter that we spill a little bit around there. It's actually good to get that soaked in like so. Just let it soak up into it. We do have to fix the bottom there a bit of silver solder or something like that. That's high temperature. So now it's just a matter of putting our mesh on here. The good thing about having a lid, sitting it in there like so, and hopefully it lights. You can't see that, but that's actually running. So we'll give it 5 minutes to heat up. We'll switch the lights off and we'll have a look, see how it's going. Okay, well it is raining. Middle of summer here in Australia, but it's decided to rain today. This heater, I'm about 2 foot away from it, and it is pouring out the heat, working extremely well. We've got 119 degrees Celsius just around the upper lip. You can shoot the flame, but of course it goes into high mode, so the temperature is too high for the gun to read. But that is actually working better than I expected. So I did forget to put the ball bearing in the top, inside the can caught fire, so we had to put it out and start again. But there you have it, and that is putting out some beautiful heat, ideal for camping, sitting out in the backyard, beer with mates, keep you warm in winter. It is extremely hot, and it's getting hotter. So there you go, a very simple, easy build. So we have been successful in turning our old urn that was good for nothing, was going to go into a bin, into a nice, useful tabletop heater. I would expect that fuel to last a couple of hours at least. We've put about 300 mils in there, so not too much. And this is working absolutely lovely. It is too hot there for the camera. And as you can see, the lid is getting hot. So we could definitely cook on the top of that if we made a top with some braces across it that we could set pans and that on. No problem at all cooking on there. So there you go, a success and a very easy build, and very, very efficient. This thing is pumping out the heat. The reflective surface of the drum, being stainless and nice and clean, is definitely reflecting that infrared heat. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and well, the first of many videos to come on my now updated channel. We are going to concentrate on DIY stuff to save you money, because the cost of living is just way too high. Probably be up for $100 to go and buy a spirit burner like this one. We made it for virtually nothing. The only thing that cost us any money was that bit of mesh that was in there, and even so that was only a couple of dollars. So thanks for watching, and hope this helps some people out there save a bit of money, and we will see you for the next money saving video.